Yo, what up, man? It's your boy Stocks B, man. I'm back for another reaction video. Today I'm tapping in with the news that I just found out. Actually, I just found this out yesterday night, but I didn't want to report on it until I really had the confirmation. This is a someone I consider a good friend. I've met Buck on many occasions. Um, Buckshot is actually really well known and respected in Brooklyn. So I'm not understanding. I can't speak on anything other than me wishing his brother a speedy recovery, wishing he get well, and just wishing all the best for him, man. Every time I've seen Buck, he's always been on positive vibes. It don't matter where I've seen him. Like I said, I've met Buck many of times, and I've known Buckshot since the '90s when he used to come to Notion Avenue and Crown Heights. I would see him on Notion Ave. I would see him on Franklin Ave. Um, Fulton Street. I would see him up and down. Buck was always by himself. He never ran with 30, 40 people. It was times when I was seeing with people, but back in those days, majority of the time, I would see him with pit bulls and by himself. He, rarely had his entourage with him, though he had a huge entourage. Um, but yeah, every time I see him, he's on positive vibes. He's trying to grow his business. I've seen him push his sneaker brand. I've seen him come to the hood with health juices and just trying to live a positive life and stay balanced. So I can't speak on anything of what happened. This is Brooklyn, New York, and as I mentioned, I've always seen this guy alone. I believe the last time I seen Buck was probably 2020, 2021. So I haven't seen him in quite some time. But what I do know is, you know, he doesn't walk with any security. He doesn't walk with a huge entourage, and he's not the biggest guy in the world. So Buck has always been comfortable in New York City. He's always been comfortable inside in Brooklyn, and I would assume that a lot of people hearing this news was pretty upset. I watched the video by the big bro, Monster Rocco, which in the video he actually said we don't want to let our emotions supersede our intelligence on this one. It's a lot of people probably angry. It's a few people probably wanting to crash out, but we don't want to make anything worse for Buck in this situation. Just wish him the best. Wish he get well. Wish a speedy recovery, and just keep your prayers up. In certain situations, we do tend to lose uh, that emotional battle where we find ourselves wanting to retaliate and do things like that. Also, I know watching the video, I was pretty frustrated. I was actually pretty more upset with the cameraman for kind of making fun and poking fun at the situation. Um, this generation is different, man. I don't know. This it's just a different day where the camera, the content is more important than the person, and it's scary, man. It's truly scary. It's one of those situations where you would wish that someone would stick out their hand and reach to help someone like this. This is a huge figure in Brooklyn, man. This guy's a pillar in Brooklyn. When you look at what Buck was able to do in hip hop, the people that he was able to put on, this guy's a legend. He's well respected. He's a great businessman. I don't care if his business isn't on top of the world like it used to be. There's a lot of people that can't say they even had their business at the heights that he had his business, and he took his you know his name to reach heights that a lot of people will never reach. um but yeah, man, I've known Buck since the '90s, man, like I said, and I've always known him to always have positive energy. So I feel, I'm not gonna say that we have a personal relationship where, I've ever been in his house. Yeah, it's just one of those relationships where you see somebody, you know him, hey, what's up, And but for me, it was more so of I've always been a fan. Um, Even back in the '90s when I would see Buck whenever I would see him on the Ave, when I would see him on Nostrand, Franklin, in the hood, period. Um, this was at the time when he was at the height of his career. So I was pretty much, fascinated just by seeing him. Someone that I would see on TV is actually on my block every day. Now, we had a lot of people come to the hood. We would see, Foxy Brown used to come to Apache over there. Fabulous used to come in the hood, and actually used to come in the hood and be with be on a block. I believe Shaq used to be in our hood. Not Shaquille O'Neal. Shaq, his manager, Fabulous manager, used to be in the hood. So, but the point that I'm trying to make is, you see a lot of these people, and some people they they have a huge entourage. Some people have security with them, and most people don't. But it was one of those relationships where I would see him, and I was always a fan. So, um, yeah, it was never a personal relationship. It's just one of those. I see him. He could probably recognize my face and remember my face, and that was pretty much it. Wasn't a personal relationship, pretty much. But yeah, I got a lot of respect for Buck, man, and I just wish him the best, man. I just want to tap in. Um, as being a Brooklynite, we know what it's like. So yeah, man, I send him all the best, man. I just wish Buck all the best, man. Yeah, when I first seen the video, I actually wrote it off. Like, I ain't want to believe it. So I said, just like I said, I waited till I got confirmation, and people that was really, really close to him in his inner circle that I know personally, these people that I do know personally, once I got the confirmation, then I was able to say, you know what, I'm gonna come up and make this video. Um, so yeah, shout out to the whole Duck Down, man. Shout out to, you know, everybody that's just around them and supporting them, and keeping them in good prayers, man. Keeping them, we just wishing them the best health right now. So that's pretty much what I want to talk about that, man. Let's get a top time. Did y'all guys get to see this, man? I want to talk about something else. Um, Being that we're on that, sometimes I see videos of women being assaulted, and it's men in that area, and I can understand in certain situations you really want to be cautious because you don't know what people may be carrying, or where people mentality is at. But man, sometimes you just you gotta stand up, man. And yeah, huge shout out to China Mac for this, man. Let's go ahead and take a look at this video. Hopefully we can see it here. Now, as you can see, China Mac stood on business. China Mac went out there and put his hands on him. You want to beat on women? I'm gonna show you. You can hear China Mac in the background as he approaches. You can hear him screaming at the dude, and pretty much questioning what the f is you doing, and completes one hit to the jaw. So yeah, huge shout out to China Mac for that, man. You know, um, Whenever you see a situation like this, like I said, man, I see a lot of videos where most, a lot of people would just turn their backs and just watch people pull out their phones. Like I was just saying with the Buckshot situation, the cameraman is what frustrated me about the footage. Instead of trying to help you, pulling out your phone to record a legend, somebody that's well respected. I don't know the situation, and I'm not even speaking on that situation. What I'm speaking on is the help. Sometimes we tend to stand back instead of helping, and I've been in a lot of situations where you know we gonna look, we gonna help. You know what I'm saying? We gonna help. So that's all I'm gonna say on that. But yeah, huge shout out to China Mac, man, because this is what men's supposed to do. It don't matter your race, it don't matter your nationality, it don't matter your background. You, our women is the most important part of any culture. So protecting our women is that, protecting our women and children should go hand in hand. That should be our priority. You know what I'm saying? Our foundation should be protected. And yeah, so when I seen that video, man, I was like, yeah, that's something I would definitely want to react to. But I see China Mac put up another video saying that the police may be looking for him. I didn't get to check that out. Y'all go ahead and check out China Mac video, man. I'm surprised I'm not even subscribed to China Mac channel, man. Let me get in subscribe to China Mac channel. I'm gonna show you some love. I'm gonna show you some love for that China Mac, man. And the crazy thing is, I've been watching China Mac content for years, man. When China Mac had when he was going around doing the food critiquing, um, when he first came home, when he was doing the interviews, like China Mac has came a long way to, really building his channel up and his content creation. So huge shout out to China Mac, man. Huge shout out to China Mac.